Welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to explain Part 2 of Power of God. Get comfortable. Khun's strategy: delay Quant long enough so that Anak their secret can make it out the bridge and pass the test. When Quant reaches the bridge, he finds Khun instead of Anak. Khun lies that Anak jumped off the bridge, but in reality, she is safely floating on the lighthouse under the bridge, which Quant figures out. Quant jumps down the bridge, forcing Khun with him in an attempt to get his lighthouse to fall, but Khun is saved by Anak using the green April as a vine rope. Down the bridge, Quant surprisingly finds Khun and Lauro, who offers him a ride up the bridge to steal Anak's badge. It is later revealed Khun betrayed his team so that his friends, especially Bam, on Team B could pass the test. With Team A losing the game, Team B enters next. Unlike Team A, who established their roles clearly and quickly, Team B fights among themselves over who will be it. Endorsi herself declares she will be it. Serena's backstory is revealed. She was once a burglar, and one night she watched as her friends were killed by a rancor, which lead to her becoming a regular. In the present time, Quant catches up Endorsi and her team as she shockingly seems to turn against her team as well. Endorsi reveals that she intends to kill the other two fishermen on Team B to assure she passes the test. Bam runs to Rachel, and he and Quant discover that Ho is holding Rachel hostage at knife point. Ho tells Bam that he will lose motivation to climb the tower if he kills Rachel, as he is uncovered by an anonymous letter, giving him leverage in passing the test. Rachel tries to break free from Ho's hold, and he accidentally stabs her in the back. To Quant's amazement, Bam uses a Shinsu technique that took him hundreds of years to master to paralyze, recovering Rachel, who is now bleeding badly. Ho, realizing he was set up and grieving in how he is once again powerless, remembering how his reason for entering the inner tower was that his entire race was murdered as he watched helplessly, takes the knife and stabs himself through the chest, killing himself. Serena and Endorsi arrive at the scene, and Endorsi uses a weapon taken by one of the fishermen she presumably killed to attack Quantity. Along with Bam's help, Endorsi recovers Quant's badge and Team B wins. Ho's corpse and Rachel are taken to emergency care, and the episode ends with Bam at Rachel's bedside. Bam reveals to Khun and Rak that Rachel may never walk again after her injury. Bam invites his peers to a small funeral set up for Ho, and they have a remembrance party for him later that night. Knowing she won't pass the latest test and feeling that her purpose isn't there, Serena leaves the inner tower and gives Shibisu her knife as a parting gift. Test director Han Sung-yu runs into wave controller teacher Yuga holding a secret call, who reveals that his true identity is Lo Pabia Ren, a member of the Royal Enforcement Division. He is on a mission to retrieve the Green April and possibly destroy the false princess, the second Anak Jihad. Yu unexpectedly allows Ren to pursue his mission. The next morning, the participants learn of their overall test results and whether they passed or not. Han Sung-yu announces that since she was injured in the last test, Rachel has failed. In an attempt to save her status, Khun asks for permission to take the administrator's test. Yu reminds him that only irregulars have the power to consult with the administrator, in which Bam notifies him that he is one. This revelation surprises many of the participants. Bam is then taken to the administrator to speak with him. After consulting with the administrator, Bam succeeds in getting permission to take the administrator's test. If they pass, then Rachel will move on. For the test, Bam and Rachel are placed into an underwater Shinsu ball along with fish and must be captured by net dolphins and eaten by their queen to pass. The remaining participants must stop the net dolphins' enemies, the goblins, who control marsh worms, and striped ground pigs, from interfering with the net dolphins. They must also watch out for the bull, a mysterious and dangerous creature that eats almost anything that moves. In the caves, Shibisu runs into the bull after receiving a warning from Hats that the two participants who were with him have gone missing. Shibisu is saved by Anak and Endorsi, who arrives just in the nick of time. However, the two start competing and betting against each other to see who will defeat the bull first. The bull, however, runs off, and Endorsi and Anak follow, leading them to become separated. Endorsi runs into the bull, which is now stronger, and she is left nearly unconscious. Anak, on the other hand, runs into Lo Pabia Ren, who stabs her in the torso. Ren is now controlling the bull, and it brings a captured Endorsi to him, who is ordered by Ren to kill the Anak, the imposter princess. Meanwhile, Hats, Rak, and Pericule are keeping an eye on the goblins. Kun instructs them to wait before moving in, but there are more of them than expected. As one of the goblins prepares to attack Hats, Pericule reflexively skewers it with his spear, prompting the rest of the goblins to attack. After initially running away from the goblins, Rak turns around to attack the goblins, joined by others from the team. Meanwhile, Laro follows Kun's orders and seals several underground tunnels leading the striped ground pigs to the goblins. The two enemies fight each other, allowing Bam and Rachel safe passage. Underground Anak is nearly defeated by Lopa Biarin, but Endorsi chooses to fight alongside her. Together they are still not powerful enough to defeat Lopa Biarin, but as they fight, Princess Yuri arrives and recognizes the blade she loaned to Bam. Annoyed by the situation, she works with her team to kill Lopa Biarin. As he dies, he laughs, admitting that during the fight he sent the bull to kill Bam and Rachel. The bull arrives underwater to kill them and gets several good hits before Bam uses his special Shinsu to defeat the bull. As they rise upward about to complete the test successfully, Rachel stands up and pushes Bam over the edge. Some of Rachel's backstory is revealed. She believed the tower was calling for her, but when she arrived, Hedin tells her that the tower did not call her at all and that she is too weak to enter. Desperate to become special, she begs for any kind of chance. Hedin holds her immobile and she watches as Bam arrives and can defeat the first test. She is jealous of Bam and wants to be special. Hedin gives her a special test, telling her that she will be allowed to climb if she defeats Bam with her own two hands. She demands a special weapon, since Bam was given an amazing weapon in front of her, and Hedin gives her a bodyguard that will die in her place once, allowing her to essentially have two lives. She makes her way through the tower knowing that she must kill Bam, but unable to bring herself to do it. She becomes more and more jealous, urging him to stay away from her in her mind. She is told that if she waits long enough and follows the signs given, she'll be given a chance to kill him. So she allows herself to be taken by Ho and uses the bodyguard to die and return. She waits until Bam is injured, then pushes him into the Shinsu Lake to kill him. When the others find her alone, they ask where Bam is and she says the bull came and then passes out. Everyone assumes Bam is defeated and decides that as a favor to him, they will help Rachel reach the top. Rachel, resting in her room after the trial, laughs wildly, then covers her face, conflicted over what she's done but still determined to reach the top. After everyone leaves for the next level, Bam wakes up in a deep cavern, badly hurt. He remembers Rachel pushing him. He decides he needs to climb to the tower to find his answers. Tower of God centers around a boy named 25th Bam. It is notable that in Korea Bam can mean knight or chestnut. He has spent most of his life trapped beneath a vast and mysterious tower, with only his close friend, Rachel, to keep him company. When Rachel enters the tower, Bam is devastated. Somehow, Bam manages to open the door to the tower. Now, he will go any distance to see Rachel again, even if it means dying. When he enters the tower, he meets allies that will help him up the tower.